So I have this playlist that well, not even playlist, this collection that I'm listening to up here, just to credit them so you can check it out if you like it. It's the Zelda and Chill Trilogy by Game Chops, and I very much appreciate the royalty-free music, so do check that out if you like it. It's awesome. And we'll be listening to that while I draw stuff. So I'm gonna draw one more JRPG mage type character. I might continue to draw some more JRPG characters in time, and I'll probably do some other stuff too now that I've done a full page of mages. And I don't want to promise this because I have other stuff to do, but if I have time I might try to animate some of them, because I've been posting that little Game Boy screen on Instagram, and I feel like it'd be cool to just have some very simple, like almost just like keyframe animations that don't really go beyond like a few frames each, just to give an idea of like the character attacking and receiving an attack. I might do something like that. No promises, but I might do it. I'll probably do it, but no promises. But yeah, that sounds fun to me. I might do that. Oh, maybe I'll even do that on stream. That'd be cool. It'd be cool to do that on stream, especially since I'm finishing these up. So since I'm listening to chill Zelda music tonight, I figured for the last JRPG mage type that I'm gonna draw, I will do something kind of like if Link was a mage, but not exactly that, but just kind of in the spirit of that, like kind of in the vein of that. So I'm not too limited by it, but I'm also not doing like exactly that, but just something kind of along those lines. I think that'll be kind of fun, and I have this really, really rough block out. I might not even stick to this. I might do a whole new little rough just to block out. I don't know if I like these proportions and stuff, so I might mess with this. But probably gonna do something along these lines. He's got some cool dual wielding going on because he's super cool like that. Everybody likes dual wielding because that's super cool and not lame at all. And so yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing, drawing and chilling. And if you have any questions, I missed my chat last time. People were asking questions and I didn't even look at the chat until the end, so I'm gonna make sure to check it every once in a while. I don't know if there's any way for me to like make myself get a notification when that happens. As far as I know, there isn't, and I'm not like listening to the stream audio while I'm drawing. I'm just listening to the music, so I can't like hear myself talking while I'm talking. That will make me go crazy because there'll be like a delay. I can't do that. So I don't know if I'll hear when there's like something in the chat, so I'll just look every once in a while. So anyways, gonna start drawing, see what we come up with tonight. Yeah, right off the bat, I think his proportions bug me a little bit. Like I was thinking, this, I guess I'll just take all this, just to even in this block out. I don't like how big that upper part of the torso got compared to the legs. Or maybe the legs are, no, I think that's right, yeah. It'd be a little bit more like that. Oops. There's something else on this layer. Probably just like a mark I made or something. I'll delete that real quick. That's better. Yeah, so I had this idea. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's even gonna work, but I had this idea. It's probably just gonna look stupid, where Link could be having his Link hat, but like with a little brim, like a little magey thing going on. Like a wizard hat, kinda. I don't know how I feel about it just yet. It looks a little questionable. But I'm gonna see how it goes. So I'm trying to think how I can convey more in his design as well that he's more magey, because I don't obviously just want to draw something that just looks like Link with a staff and like a shorter sword. So I might make that sword even shorter to make it surefire, more like a dagger kind of thing. Yeah, maybe he should. Yeah, I got some reference here, so let me just look at some of my mages. Because his tunic is kind of like a robe, so I guess I could elongate that, and that would kind of add to that quality, that mage-like kind of quality. I wonder if there's another way I could do it, though. Actually, you could just add like a cloak over it. That might be kind of interesting. Have I drawn a lot of dudes with cloaks for this? Oh, surprisingly no. Okay. Yeah, I might do something like that then. Let's go ahead and flip that so I can make some sense of this. Oh, and this is the guy who I drew last time. He's all finished up now. I don't think I outlined him and tightened up all the lines on stream, so that's what he wound up looking like. I think he's pretty cool. He's freaky looking. I really like that idea of having the armor plated right onto him, though. I think that came out well. Came across well. Yeah, let me just go over this again and start changing stuff, and maybe I'll come up with more ideas while I'm drawing, which is what usually happens. If I just sit here thinking, I'm not going to get anywhere. So, let's see. Yeah, I think... Would it be better to have this pointing down? Let's see. Trying to still keep it loose, but I gotta lower that a little more so I can see what I'm doing. Sorry if it disappears on the stream a little bit, but I gotta make sure this top part is coming through more. That freaking Cyberpunk expansion comes out tonight, and I really, really want to play it. But I don't think I'm gonna have time for a while. I've been playing a little bit ever since they did the update, and they really changed a lot. It's really interesting. At first I wasn't even sure if I liked some of the changes, but I think ultimately they did a good job. I think the progression makes a lot more sense now. I was a little irked that I couldn't get some of my cyberware as early as I felt like I could before, but I think as I kept playing it, I realized that wasn't exactly... It's pretty much fine. Like, that wasn't really such a big deal. You still get everything kind of relatively the same time if you want. There's a couple things that get pushed back, but I think it's for the better. Yeah, that might be better, because then there's that angle going on and the silhouette will read better than if it's just poking into his stomach there. So I'll probably do that, and then this up here. And I'm doing sort of another, I think kind of like a, maybe between an adult and maybe like a teenager or a kid. Maybe between a teenager and a kid, I don't know. Definitely a younger kind of Link. Not a full-grown adult Link, I don't think. Also not really Link, just kind of spiritually in that vein. I should repeat that so that I don't wind up just drawing Link. Exactly. This is an original character, just kind of based on that idea of Link being a mage. But who knows? Maybe as I go it'll become too much like that. Quite possible. Let's see. So if he's kind of in action here, yeah, he'd be tipped pretty far forward. Rib cage like that. Let's say hips somewhere like this, probably. Kind of angle. Almost looks like a goat's foot, the way I drew that. Yeah, and let's get that foreshortening in there. And coming towards you, kind of. Might have been a little too much there. Some Link kind of boots. But it's not Link. He's got Link boots. Foot's probably way too big. Probably exaggerating that too much because of the thingy. Yeah, somehow I think I drew his leg way too big. His legs in general. No, that's the stretch side. That's the side that would be like this. I don't know why I did that. This would be more bunched up because this is coming up here. It feels strange though. Yeah, get a more square kind of feeling there. This is definitely too big. And then this is kind of almost rotating so that the leg will be going back more like this. And again, with these videos that I've done so far with these JRPG characters, I'm just doing kind of a straightforward method of designing, just kind of stream of consciousness, coming up with stuff on the fly. Not really a normal character design process. It's just for fun, just kind of seeing what I can come up with without thinking too deeply about it. Just like wall drawing, which normally you would kind of not do that. But this is kind of a fun thing, and it helps you loosen up with your ideas and stuff, and I just thought it would be fun, so that's why I'm doing these. I like doing stuff like this. It's not looking right. I guess it would be much more. Yeah, and that's that problem with that heel. So you want to draw it sticking out, but you got to draw it like kind of behind more. And that's way too, it's way too low. Also, so I might have to move this whole thing. In fact, this whole thing probably should be more like, should it be back more so that's more like this? That might actually make more sense. Oh no, because his pose is more forward. So I think initially what I was going to do was have it like way down like this, so that he's kind of like this more. But I didn't like how I kept getting crossed over there on that silhouette. Maybe I just need to bend it more. That might kind of fit this whole thing that I'm doing here. Actually better than... Yeah, because it feels like he's moving forward. I'll have to adjust it a little bit. It feels off balance, but I think this is what I'm going to go for this one. I feel like I did this pose for one of these guys. Did I? Or a pose like this? Am I just drawing the same pose again? No, not exactly. Not really. Okay. It's cool. Not that there's anything wrong with reusing a pose, people do that all the time. But, let's see. Yeah, and make sure that's angle's gonna be foreshortening. I'm going back. Let's move this here. This is still just a block in, so... Yeah, I don't want that to overlap though, that's the problem. I want that to be a nice clean silhouette, read properly, so I might have to make that less foreshortened to do that. That might be a better call. And those arms are obviously too long. I don't know how I did that. That one's not even done yet though, so that one's okay. I'm gonna fix that. Okay. Oops. Yeah, something like that, I think. Okay. And you know what? I think his torso is too big also, a little bit. A little bit. But his shoulder width is okay. So actually maybe it doesn't really matter that much, huh? Oh, is that a Hangout? No, it's more like supposed to be like this, I think. Okay, something like that. I thought it was the song Healing, but I think it's something else. Sounds cool though. Maybe the boot should be up on the toe too. That'd probably be make more sense for this pose. Well, no, because if that one's up on the toe, maybe it could be up on the heel a little bit, kind of like this, coming up a little bit, like that. That might be good. A little more dynamic, something like that. Yeah, I think that's probably good. Something along those those lines. Still just doing the blocking. He's a kid, so I mean, not kid, but maybe like a young adult kid, so the head should be a little larger still. Something like that, I think. Okay, let's get rid of that underdrawing now. Okay. That first underdrawing. This is the second underdrawing. So I want to see if this hat idea has any weight, so I'm going to mess with that. This idea of doing like a link hat, but like with a... Well, I guess those Sorcerer Brim hats are basically already link hats, just with the brim. So, is there a way that I can give it a brim to kind of make it look like that? Or... maybe that idea where it's thinner on the sides and longer on the front is better. And then it could kind of curve or something. Oh no, that doesn't make sense because this is the connecting point, and then it's gonna go. Something like this, right? What if it... Okay, well, if it's gonna be something like that, let's start with that. And then let me see. I'll try some different kind of ideas for the brim, because I think that will definitely help sell the wizard mage kind of vibe. It doesn't seem right though. Like that. I just want to get rid of it. Why is that? Give it some banding. That might work. That might be an okay shape. Maybe a little bit more out on this side. Okay, what if I just went the opposite of that? What if I just went like super... crazy with it? Oh, that's almost kind of better. I'm not sure why. I like that more, even though it's going to cover more of the hat. Maybe that's why it's better. That's kind of stupid. Think about it. That's not bad. Is it? It might be bad. I don't know. I can't make a good decision right now. I feel like I can't see it until it's actually in there. I'm kind of drawn more. Let's just go for it. I don't know. Alright. It's kind of the hat figured out. What else we got? I guess I could just give him a normal link hat if it comes down to it. Alright, let's rough in some of these things real quick before we do like a more touched up drawing and start getting into finalized lines and whatnot. I definitely had an idea for this staff to be kind of a Triforce motif, but I didn't know what to put in the middle. Maybe like this. And just kind of a hint at that. Not too obvious. I also don't want this to just look like a straight up like weapon though. I want it to look like a staff still, so maybe this one won't quite accomplish that. No. It needs to be more magical. It should be kind of at an angle. I don't want to draw it straight on. It looks kind of like cheap if I do that. Like I'm cheesing it. Just making things harder for myself. That's all. That's all that idea was. Something like that, yeah, maybe. Where they're kind of floating. I think I like that idea. And then the center is this sort of a solid thing. It's actually connected. Can't just be a ball though. Gotta have something else going on. Oops. Kind of looks like a pawn. Maybe there's a better shape I could do for that. Well, for now, I'm just gonna continue this down. Okay, I don't hate that idea. And I want him to be choking down on this a bit because I don't want it to stick out too far. Actually, oh, that's right. Yeah, that feels cool. Okay, so I'm gonna merge these because I'm liking this so far, and I don't have all night. So I'm gonna stick with this since it's kind of working. Okay, let's design the sword a little bit. I wanted to kind of give it a Master Sword vibe without really giving it too much of a Master Sword vibe. Definitely its own thing, but very, you know, anyone would see, hey, that's kind of like the thing, but it's not. And also magical, because he's a mage. Ooh, that's super walk. But I like this idea. It's kind of working for me. Alright, let's see. If this is this, let's do this. Oops, that's not right. It's not quite the center anymore. It's slightly off. More like this. There we go. See, he's interrupting that silhouette though now, so I gotta move this or do something with it. I could redraw it at more of an angle. That's a lot of work. So for this particular thing, I might just cheese it a little. Rotate the arm or something. Quick fixes. But yeah, I think I like this idea. Generally. Still looking at the chat for once in a while if anyone has any questions or comments. Okay, so let's do, like, if I, can I get away with just rotating the wrist a little bit? Let's do a little both. Cheese that a teeny tiny bit so it's not interrupting that silhouette. Yeah, that's okay. In hindsight, it probably would have been better to draw the sword at more of an angle anyway, looking at it now, how it is, but I think I don't have time to redo it on the stream. Can I just tweak it a little? And then when I go over, it'll straighten it out to the best of my ability. I think that'll be okay for this. This is just for fun, straightforward. It'll probably work out. I think that leg is still too big. Yeah, probably more like that. Okay. Alright, so now I'm gonna do one more pass. Oops. And in theory, this pass will be much more cleaned up. I could probably use this the final, more or less. And we're gonna design. I've been getting ideas as I've been going for like what his costume exactly will look like. I think I am gonna keep the tunic short, more like a Link tunic than like a mage robe kind of thing. but maybe like a little longer, a little wider. Even like a slightly thicker material in mind. And then give him like a little, I don't know what that's called, like the little banner thing that goes on the front, maybe? Something like that. Oh, that's right, I was gonna give him a cloak. I think that might still work, yeah. So let's see. If I gave him a banner thing and it's going in where the belt is, let me get the belt in first, the belt line. That's gonna be like something here somewhere. Probably a cooler shape. Okay. So yeah, if you had this banner thing going on, I'm trying to think. I guess it's it would be coming up like this, and then I'll have like a brooch kind of thing. Not like that. Yeah, now we're doing, I know what I'm doing here. I'm doing kind of like a combination of Link and Brian from Quest 64. That's kind of what this is feeling like now. I don't know if that's exactly how that would be, but I'm gonna stick with it for now. And then, let's get this lake drawn in here while we're at it. And yeah, kind of draw it like almost like his boots are a little too big. It's kind of funny looking. he's off on an adventure that's maybe a little too great for him. But he's gonna do it anyway. Because he's not Link. He's not Link. He's not Link. He's not Courage. I don't know what you're talking about. That's not who this is. That's not what we're doing here. What are you talking about? I don't know. What gave you that idea? That's probably way too much of the heel is showing, actually. Because if he's stepping on it, he'll be on the floor. He'll be covered up. And let's make that flat line like that. That really sells that pressure. Yeah, if anything, this one should have been the less curved line. Just the outside of the foot. That's not quite right. This is gonna be tricky. I can feel it. It's gonna give me trouble. Maybe I should make that a little more subtle. So I have the heel connecting. And the shoe toes just come up like this. And maybe as it comes up, it's just flexing up there like that. Just a bit. And again, this should not be as curved as that. Don't know if that quite sells it, but it's better than it was a moment ago. Alright, let's see. That stupid extra line is making that look janky. That's probably better, actually, just like that, yeah. That'll have to do for now. I'll come back to it. Maybe it just needs a little squeeze there. Nope. Nope. Keep the shape, but just move it in. Damn it. Something like that. Okay, moving on. So I want to give something like this here. I guess it doesn't need to be a hood, it can just be sort of like a bit of drapery over the shoulders, like should it be a full-on cape then, or no? I think it doesn't have to be. Let's see. Something like that, kind of like a cloak, or it's not a cloak, or I guess it's a cloak, right? Is that a cloak? But just no cape or anything, just kind of around the shoulders. There's another word for that, I think. I'm not sure. What if I could give him a cape? That adds to it. I like that shape too. It's pretty dynamic looking. Yeah, I don't hate that. Okay, so I could give some, maybe not quite like, yeah, what's the right way to do that? Maybe give him pants though. Like a set of tights. Yeah, I don't hate that. I just thought the tights were kind of dumb anyway. And then let's get this freaking arm going. So this is pretty straightforward. It's just coming. If this is the center, and he's just a young adult, so there's not going to be a lot of musculature going on. Nothing crazy. Is his forearm too long? It may be a little too long. Oh, I was gonna give him the gloves too. So let's see if we can still do that. Give him those big leather square things on the backs of his hands. And then maybe I'll just do one like that and then not come all the way up his arm like the regular Link gloves, because it's not Link. This is not Link. Nobody stop saying it's Link. It's not Link. It's definitely not Link as a mage. It's not what we're drawing. It's not what's happening. Totally original character. My character. No stealing. I would never do that. This is not Link as a mage. Okay, let's see here. That might be alright. Is it weird if he has bare arms though, if he has long pants? Not necessarily. Can I give him more of these and not have it like totally obvious? Not really. Maybe I should just do something like this. Not like all janky looking like that though. Let's follow the line a little better. Ugh. Does not look right. Uh-oh, the music's matching my mood. That can't be good. What the hell? Why does that look so janky? I think it's just, I don't know what it is. I'm being too literal. Just let that be the line and then draw this here. Is that working at all? Maybe. What if I did it more like this? So there's like clearly a padding kind of thing there. Looks like Piccolo. What if I connected it here? So it's just part of that. Like that. Could be interesting. Is it? What if we put some stitching or something here just to delineate this? Maybe we could just make that a full-on scene. Something like that. Triangle motif. Yeah, that might work. Let's just extend this out though, so that it's just its own piece of padding. And then that'll look more natural, right? Yeah, that's probably what it needs. And then that band is a separate thing. And push this back a little. Yeah, that feels pretty good. That's an interesting shape. It comes in a little bit on the end there. It's kind of cool. I don't hate that. It's gotta come out more. Then this can come in more. Need that center a bit better. Yeah. Still thinking about Cyberpunk. That freaking the storyline got a really good rating too for the DLC, Phantom Liberty. Idris Elba's character model looks awesome in it. I think they did better on that one than the Johnny Silverhand one. Johnny Silverhand always looked a bit janky, I thought. But in the update, they fixed him. Apparently he looks better. I haven't gotten to that yet. Only played a little bit. I started a new file. Just barely beginning. But I heard that he looks... The big comment people were making was that he looks less smooth. I'm not sure if that's the issue that I had with it, but maybe it is. Maybe that was what it was, because I remember it looked... Well, I don't know. There's definitely something about the lighting was not right. When you would see him in certain lights, he just looked super weird. Which is crazy, because he's, number one, Keanu Reeves, and number two, he's one of the main characters in the game. So the fact that they didn't nail that one is kind of a bummer, because a lot of the character models look insanely good in that game, especially for like the main cast, but that was not one of them, unfortunately. So I'm glad to hear that they fixed it. I want to check that out. And yeah, the skill tree and the progression and all that stuff seems like they really did make that significantly better. Like just the progression and the way that this, what do you call it? I was gonna say Chrome. The way that the, I don't even know the word for it. The way that, the implants, the way that all that stuff works, it looks much better. I mean, it works much better. And it's more immersive. They added little stuff, like when you go to the Ripper dock, it actually like does a little thing where when you exit out after you get some new Chrome, it's as if you actually stand up off of the seat and you're kind of woozy. It's a nice touch. I don't know if that was even necessary, but it is nice that they added some stuff like that. Quality of life stuff. Oh my gosh. That's so janky. Why is that so janky? Oh my gosh, that's so janky. I think on this other side it actually sticks out more, because if you see it, it's this way, right? Dang it. Okay. And then, is that even the right angle? That's not even the right angle. What am I doing? And then, if you draw this down, it's to this, it's all the way out here where it meets the thing, so it would be more like, this is where actually learning perspective comes in handy, because when something goes wrong when you're winging it, you actually know how to correct it. Watch me now, having said that, this will still be janky when I'm done. Let's see. It's less janky. It's still janky. I feel like I overdid it now. Can I just scooch that back? That's never a good idea to do it like that. It kind of worked though. Yeah, that's not terrible. It's better than it was. Okay, so I gotta get this right too though, because this angle's off. So oof. It's always dangerous to do that. I think it worked though. I think that's okay. I think that's better. Yeah, I think that the main problem is this. Should be more. Maybe not the main problem, but the main thing bugging me now. Probably got a lot of other main problems that are more important. Yeah, that seems okay. Is it? That's better, yeah. That's alright. One thing I could... it's... Uh-oh, I see. This is messed up too. It should be like this. Yeah. I mean, I can make it a little curved, but it's definitely got a begin and end there. Yeah. That's better. I mean, it should have something here anyway. If we're basing it on something that we're not basing it on, we're not doing that. We're not copying things. We're not being inspired by the beloved Nintendo character. That's not happening. Don't know what you're talking about. Why do those look so transparent compared to the other ones? I know it's 50% opacity, but they don't look that transparent, do they? On the first stroke? I guess I just make a lot of strokes. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's always a problem with this kind of thing. It should be way more low. This back part. I'm blocking most of it. Now I've overdrawn that. Looks weird. Okay. And now you can't even see it. What am I doing? I know, I'm just gonna have to fix it. There we go. That's not perfect. It's good enough for this though. It's gonna bug me. It should be. Gosh, that was a pain in the butt, Mickey. Okie dokie. And I was gonna do something like this. I don't think that looks good though. No. Unless it's wrapping like this. Excuse me. And it just continues to do that maybe as a pattern. That actually might work. No, because then you can't differentiate between the stupid thing and the other thing. So let's just do what comes naturally. Let's do that. And put some of that on there, and put some of that on there. I don't think it really helped. I think I gotta do that. I think it's gotta happen. This could use like a bevel or something, but I don't know quite. Maybe even... No. Who knows? I'm not sure. I don't know about that. It's probably okay. Hint, hint. Hint, hint. Hinty, hint, 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 hint. Jeez, I got a lot more to do. Still, okay, let's do this arm. It's very, 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 very foreshortened. And this thing is going like this, so let's do, I guess it would just be, and then here, just cover everything. That part. And so this pattern would be back here, and it would go back this way. And let's see. If that's under, then let's just put that over there. Let's put this over here. And then I was gonna put like a diamond in the middle. That's gonna be really foreshortened and curved a little. Something like that. Not quite like that, but I think that gives the idea. Okay. Maybe even bring that forward slightly. Not like that. This thing. Okay. And then go up here. Oh, this is the, what's it called? The heck are those things called? The telescope, the observatory from Majora's Mask. Just noticed. It's cool. I like this one. This song. And then we have this very useful leather square thing that we can use to sort of pull it out of this hand, which is why I really like that being on the back of the hand. So that's kind of what it's doing anyway, but that just really makes it easier to draw generally. And then triangle, because that's what we did over here. And then really simple gripped hand, shouldn't be too complicated to do. And we'll give them those semi-fingered gloves there. I don't know if that's what you call it, fingerless gloves, whatever it is. And then that'll sell those knuckles better, I think. And if he was holding it like that, would you really see his thumb there like that? Yeah, you could. So we'll do that because it looks cool. It could maybe be slightly positioned better, but I'm gonna leave that for now. Alright. In fact, let's pull that all out a little bit. To give that a little room to breathe. Not like that though. Come on, evenly. Yeah. And then draw this in. Still checking the chat every once in a while. Sorry, I keep forgetting, but nobody's chatting, so it's alright. No biggie. Just don't want to miss them again like last time. Yeah, it's tricky. I don't know. I see other people do this where they talk and tell stories while they're drawing on stream. I have to put so much thought into drawing still. It is not easy for me yet. So, do what I can. Let me do a separate layer to make sure this line's straight. That's why a lot of the time, even when I am talking, I'm just talking about like what I'm thinking in the design and the drawing, which is fine because that's kind of the point of this anyway. But you know, it'd be cool to talk about other stuff too. You guys can talk about whatever in the chat, games or movies or deepest darkest secrets, childhood trauma, you know, whatever, fun stuff. Whatever floats your boat. Oh, that's on the same layer, huh? Yeah, I should erase that stuff that's under there, though. I really should have just done it on another layer, but it's fine, that works too. Ooh, I like this track. It's cool. Sparkly. What song is this? This is still Zelda, right? Or did it move on to something else? No, it's the same. It's about to end though. I gotta find something else. Or I'll just run it back to the beginning, since we kind of missed the beginning anyway. This actually kind of gives me like a Kingdom Hearts vibe, this staff. I don't know why. I don't know what that is about it, but it kind of feels like that. Like something Donald would be holding. Right at the end I messed up that line so wonderfully. Not sure what to do with that exactly. I might just leave it as is. Okay, and then I'm gonna get this leg in here real quick. Hopefully real quick. This could be a nightmare. The likes of which I've never experienced. Hopefully it won't be. Hopefully it'll be quick. real quick. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, though, I do think I'm enjoying this streaming so far. It's hard getting used to drawing and talking, even just explaining what I'm doing. But I think I'll get there the more I stream. So I'm trying to do Mondays through. I really need to fix the structure of this foot. This is nonsense. Monday through. Yeah, I don't know if Monday through Thursday. I might try Monday through Thursday. I'll at least do Monday through Wednesday and maybe Fridays. Maybe another day, maybe a Saturday once in a while. But I'm definitely going to do Monday through Wednesday, I think, from now on. And that'll be pretty good. And I might do some studies, some painting studies. I definitely want to do some Asaro head studies because I found an online Asaro head in 3D, and so I threw it up in Blender and I put a bunch of different lighting situations on it, and I would love to get into that thing and paint the crap out of it. That would be fun, and I think that would help me with further solidifying planes of the face in my brain. That would be a handy thing for me. Yeah, I see what's going on here. Heels up here. Toes are too low. Toes too low. I don't know why I said that. Toes too low. Alright, there we go. Clean that up a little bit. Yeah, I gotta keep this silhouette clean. No tangents, man. Get out of there. And this should be curving out more. Looks rounder that way. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this looks way more like length than I wanted it to. But it is what it is. That's kind of what I figured was going to happen. It's fine. But yeah, the idea was to do kind of like a JRPG style mage, like these other mages, but just kind of like with the idea in the back of my mind of what if Link was a mage. But it came out so much. I mean, he's so iconic anyway. It's kind of hard to not come out just looking straight up like Link. But, I mean, yeah. I guess I could just give him like a totally different face and haircut. Just to like throw it off, but I don't know. It's probably not necessary. I'll just let it be what it is. These are just for fun anyway. So, it's probably fine. That's stitching in there. Okay. So do I want to give him short sleeves? In addition to the cloaky thing, or just have his bare arms coming out underneath? I guess short sleeves is good. Probably better, right? Yeah. I think that makes more sense. Should I give him an undershirt as well? Some stitching. Yeah, I think that's for this, I think that makes sense. And get rid of that stupid line. It's bugging me. Alright, so maybe for this I can give it, yeah, that feels, there we go. That's where I want to incorporate that. It's a little low key that way. Alright, and then, oh yeah, should I give it Link has like a pretty normal kind of belt buckle. And if I wanted to continue my motif, I would do this. Alright. That's probably the way to go. Of that. Okay. Now, I've been dreading this. I'm gonna finally see what this really looks like if I do this like this. Maybe I should give it a little bit of a lip kind of thing there. And then this here. Yeah, so I guess you can kind of still do the hair like that. It's just kind of up against the thing is all. And then oh, that might not. Oh, what am I doing? That's way too high up on his forehead, I think. I should draw his face first. So I don't make stupid mistakes like that. Let's see. Ooh, why does that? Seems strange. Let's go. I think the nose is just too high. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's it's like that one dude who does all those crazy things and somehow he gets the nose above the, what is it, above the eyes, I think. I forgot that dude's name. Everybody knows his stuff though. It's so crazy looking. It's really cool. That's not what I'm trying to do though. Shoot, I cannot remember that dude's name. That's okay. Try to think of it and say it on the next stream. Yeah, so hairline's gonna start right there. A little bit more interesting silhouette. That'll probably work. Oops, gotta delete that. Before I draw that in there. See, put that there. Do you ever have a memory that's from so long ago you wonder if it's even a real memory? I have some memories like from when I was a kid that are like that. I just had one right now. It just brought me back for some reason. Whatever I'm looking at for some reason. Something about it. Must have been like 6. If it's even a real memory. I honestly don't know. It's such a strange feeling. It's almost like, I don't know if it's a memory or a dream. A memory of a dream. It's freaky. Because I'm only 31. So, does that mean I'll lose that much touch with the memories that I'm having right now when I'm 61? 62? I mean, that's nuts when you think about it. It's not even that long. Straight bonkers. This one is probably sticking up too much for like where the hat is. Probably. Right? Oof. I don't know if that made it better or worse. Probably worse. He looks too much like a little pilgrim witch boy. I didn't want him to really look like a witch, but the hat really does do that. Maybe the hat is not the right move to put the brim on the hat. I can't just give him a regular Link hat though. What else could I do to make him look magey? I could just give him that pointed hat that sticks up. I think I'm gonna stick with this. I don't think it's a terrible idea. I think I have a bias against like stuff that looks like that. So it's probably fine. It just doesn't look good to me. This is, I mean, anyone who knows the two characters, it's super obvious though. That was not subtle about it. I just straight up went for it at some point. Yeah. I'll leave it to be guessed though. I'm not gonna just come out and say it. I mean, people know it's Link, but they don't know who the other character is. I think this should even be maybe a little bit smaller. Not quite like a dagger, but you know, between like a sword and a dagger. It's a little bit too swordy right now. A little too big. I don't like it though. I'm just gonna leave it. It's fine. Alright, let me get rid of this. I think I can ditch all of that under drawing now. How long is this stream? It's only an hour? Maybe I'll, no, it's 2 hours. Why does it say? Oh, that's the, oh, I see what that is. That's the average view duration. Okay. Yeah. So I've been on for 2 hours. That's already an hour longer than I intended to. That's okay. So now I'll get rid of this under thing. Up and whatever that is. Okay. Cool. Not awful. Getting some like sparkly bits here. Just gonna go in and dark. Actually, I gotta erase some of this stuff too, but mostly gonna go in and darken some of these. Basically, the way I've been doing the line width for these guys is just that thing of kind of darkening any of the lines that are either coming really forward and overlapping, and also darkening any lines that are like on the underside, so sort of thinking as if you had a light coming from above and you would darken all the lines that are underneath that would be in shadow. And sometimes that can have a pretty dimensional effect. Here it kind of has it, but over here is where I think you see it the most, like this and these, and the face, like the jaw and the eyelashes and all that. You can kind of see that effect really working there. Did I get rid of all the drawing? Yeah. Okay. So that's why I would put it like here. I should put more detail into this staff, but I've been drawing for too long on this particular one. So I'm going to start getting this squared away. I could do this off camera, but I think I'm just kind of in the zone right now, so I'm just going to finish it up. And feel free, anyone watching, or if you happen to just tune in, ask any questions if you have any, or if you just want to, you know, call me names, practice roasting, assault my character, you know, anything like that, something fun you want to do, feel free, totally open to it. I'm joking, by the way. In case you can't tell, I'm just joking. Yeah. I hope that's obvious. I don't know. I'm kind of tired. I'm getting wonky out here. And then of course I'll go over it with just a thick outline, just as a stylistic thing. I don't know. I've seen that in old Capcom art books, and I liked it there. I've definitely seen it other places too, but I don't know. That's the first thing I can think of where I've seen it that I really like it. And I've done that. I used to do that with paintings for character designs when I was in college. Sometimes. Stuff like that. So I kind of still like that. Sometimes. I feel like most of the time it's not really appropriate. You have to be wanting to do that really specific look, that really bold, stylistic kind of thing. But yeah, not always appropriate. But for this is just for fun. This isn't like for anything. It doesn't need to be any particular thing. So this is kind of the perfect place to do stuff that's like that. That's fun. That I wouldn't necessarily do in other stuff. So I'm gonna do that as much as I want. Oh, that's right, I should up the opacity now, so I'm not having to do that with every single multiple lines on every single one of those. Yeah, it'll go way faster. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking at all. I remember I had an instructor in college who said he wasn't saying he hates digital, but he said he kind of sometimes hates the digital look. And he said, like, when people use the round brush like this, it kind of looks like snot to him, like a snot brush, like boogers, like snot. And I've just never been able to unsee that ever since he said that. He kind of ruined that for me a little bit. But I actually like it. I don't think it looks like snot. I think it just looks like a smooth pencil, which is fine with me because I like pencil. But yeah, I kind of see it, like what he's talking about. It does kind of look like you could kind of see that in it if you were so inclined. I wonder if he remembers that. I wonder if he still thinks that. Been looking at a lot of Kim Jong-gi stuff lately. It's been inspiring me to really dig into my drawing and get my drawing chops better, because I have not been working on them as much as other stuff. I learned 3D a couple years ago and I did a lot of that, and I've been doing a lot of painting. so I haven't done that much to work on my drawing, and I can tell I need it. So my drawing's just not where I want it to be yet, so it's definitely something I gotta keep practicing. But yeah, Kim Jong-gi, super inspiring for that kind of thing, definitely. I still can't believe that dude died. It's really crazy. He's not old, and I don't think anybody expected that. Yeah, huge bummer. It would have been so cool to see like how good he would have gotten, because he was never gonna stop drawing. So I mean, he would have just kept going, and like by the time he would have been like, you know, what? How old was it? He was like 50s when he died, or mid 40s? I can't remember. Something like that. So I mean, imagine 20 or 30 more years of practice drawing as much as he does. I mean, I can't even imagine what his work would have looked like by then. Absolutely astonishing. It's really sad that I mean, it's obviously sad just for his family and friends. You know, that's the worst thing. But I mean, like, the fact that we're never gonna get to see that, you know, where he could have taken it, that really bums me out. That's like the Jimi Hendrix thing, or the, you know, any of those artists who died very young. It's like, man, we really missed out. You know, something. Grateful that he existed at all, though, obviously. I mean, it's super amazing. I think he really pushed and showed everyone, you know, what good draftsmanship where that can get you. Not that there haven't been other good draftsmen. There's probably been other people who could do similar things to what he did too, but I mean, he just did it in such an amazing, prolific kind of way. It's sort of hard to, I don't know if there's anyone else who's ever done it quite as much as he did, quite to the extent that he did. But I think now that he's existed and there's record of that, and you know, there'll be other people who will even surpass him someday. I think he sort of set a new bar, and I think that's kind of how humans are. Once they know it's possible, then, you know, they work to exceed the bar. So he set that, and, you know, I think people will always remember that. Certainly hope so. Carl Kopinski's another one who I really dig his drawing. I have his Big Kopinski sketchbook. Bought that several years back now. That dude's amazing too. There's a lot of, I like his sci-fi stuff, how there's so much chalk to it, like the armor, and there's a lot of organic shapes in his armor and a lot of really big heavy looking stuff. It's pretty cool. I really dig that. Okay, I think that's pretty much good for cleaning up the lines. Guess I should darken these. I thought they'd be kind of like energy things though, so maybe it makes sense to leave them lighter. I feel like it looks unfinished though. So I'm just gonna see if they look better darkened in. A little bit. They're gonna get a heavy outline anyway, so they probably should be. I'm gonna leave it. I don't know. The outline will take care of it. Let's see. Is that everything? Put that little thing on there. I guess you can't really see it too much of these places. There. Yeah, I think that's good. These are gonna. Oh, that'll be fine. Just get rid of this little artifact though. Okay. Give that a quick flip. Yeah, I think it's not bad. Came out pretty well. Alright, so let's give that a quick fill. That freaking fill tool. It's always hiding. Oops. Let's get rid of that real quick. Oh no, I'm just, I know, there. I got confused. Oh, wrong way. There we go. I forgot I had it on refer to editing layer only. Oh no, alt. There we go. Nope. What am I doing there? There we go. Okay, that's better. Level 2. And that should be it. Okay. There we go. Oh no, wait. Got some here too. Shoot. There we go. Oh, I don't even know if that's the same one. I forgot mine got desynced. You guys are probably hearing a different audio than I am. My God, I can't get this. There, is that the last piece of the Triforce? I mean the not Triforce, because this isn't like, but it is. Yeah, that'll do. And then I'll fill in those little dots after, because I don't want those to get the crazy outline anyway. Okay, and then let me put the stroke, I guess I'll put it under, and like 5 and then on the border. No. Oh, that's weird. Oh, I guess it has to be over top, huh? Or else it'll do that. Yeah, that's okay. I'll clean it up a little bit. Just cleaning up some of these more jaggedy kind of edges, and then I'm gonna blur the whole thing anyway so it softens it a little. Sometimes it's better to outline manually, even when I'm doing this. That's what I did for this guy, but then sometimes I'm lazy and I just do like that one, and I kind of clean it up. That one worked pretty well, I think better than this one, but at a distance you won't really see it. Why did that get so janky? Oh, because there's like a shape there. So I'll just fix that. Yeah. And kind of come in a little bit and soften that in a bit. So there's some, I feel like that just kind of gives it better continuity. If you bring that really hard edge inside a bit and then let it soften as it gets in. That's a super old technique, I think. Frick, what's his name? Art Nouveau painter. Everybody copies. Can't remember off the top of my head. Super famous though. You'd know it if I said it. His name. Everybody knows him. Really cool work. But yeah, he did that a lot in his work, and I think that's kind of where everybody gets it from. Man, that's gonna bug me that I can't remember who that was. He did all those really cool, they're kind of like stained glass almost, but they're not, they're just paintings. He might have done some stained glass too, I think, or he might have done that before he was an illustrator, I'm not sure. But yeah, he did, it's usually like a woman with like a profile view, and there's like some circles and geometric shapes behind, and the thick outlines that get thinner as they go in. That's his whole thing. Jeez, I can't remember, I can't believe I forgot his name. It's like a really obvious name, I feel like, too. Whatever that means. Just feel like I should remember. I'm gonna kick myself. That's the first thing I'm gonna say on the next stream. I'm gonna come and just screaming his name. Oh, I thought it would come to me, but it didn't. But yeah, that, I feel like people get that thing from him a lot, because he did that really well before probably anyone else did, or maybe most other people did. Maybe Winsor McKay was doing that around the same time, or maybe a little before. I'm gonna freaking Google it because it's bugging me so much. You guys are just gonna have to wait or leave. I don't know. I don't think there's anyone here. All right, let's see. How would you even look for that though? Art Nouveau painter. Illustrator. I'm sure he's the most famous. Art Nouveau. Alphonse Mucha. Yeah, Mucha. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. Yeah, that dude. Everybody knows that dude. And everyone else remembers his name. Yeah, his stuff's really cool. It's like too cool though. Like it was so cool that everyone's copied it, and now it just looks like Oh, that thing that everybody does, which is kind of a bummer. Yeah, I actually saw some of his original stuff at a showing once. It was pretty cool. Like original drawings of his and things that he did to prep for paintings. It was pretty neat. I think that was at the Fullerton Museum. I think that's gone now. I think the Fullerton Museum is no more. I think it closed not that long ago. I'll have to double check that to see if I'm right, but yeah, it was a bummer. It was kind of weird, like very small little museum, but every once in a while they'd have something really interesting there. I think it was only there because it was a Fender museum, like for Fender guitar, because Leo Fender was born. No, wait. I don't think he was born in Fullerton, but he started Fender Guitars in Fullerton. Maybe he was born there too. I don't remember. But yeah, so that's kind of interesting. Because I've lived basically in Fullerton, or right on the edge of Fullerton my whole life, and I never knew that Fender guitar was started there, and I really like Fender guitars, so I remember when I learned that I was like, whoa, it's cool. Alright, yeah, I think that about does it. I think I'm about done with Link. It's Link Mage. Linkaroo. It came out pretty well. He's basically just a mashup of Link and Brian from Quest 64. But it still looks pretty cool. I'm alright with it. It was fun to draw. Just noodle around with. I could probably iterate on it and come up with something more original, but it's fine for what it is. And it was a fun stream. Yeah, in the next stream I will probably do something, oh this is messed up, other than a JRPG character. I'll come back to doing JRPG characters, but I've done all this page of mages now, so I'm gonna do maybe some other stuff. Maybe I'll do another genre thing, or I might do like some studies with the Azaro head like I was talking about, something like that. So if you want to check that out, feel free to subscribe and do all that good stuff, or follow me on Instagram because I post the links there when I go live as well. So I'll just give a review of these characters. I'm gonna flip this dude so he's not like looking outside of the frame. Shrink him down a bit for continuity. He's kind of small. He's supposed to be kind of small. He's kind of big where he is now. I feel like he needs more dark lines on his face. It's totally lost to the rest of it somehow. So I'm just gonna darken in some of those parts where it makes sense. Alright, there we go. Now that's about done. Okay, so here's who we have for our mages and magic, generally magic characters, I guess, not just mages. Not a bad lineup. I was playing with this idea of the Raven priests and then the follower who's kind of like Raven-ish but still a lady, and maybe at some point she becomes more and more like a harpy and grows wings and claws and stuff. That'd be kind of interesting. But yeah, and we're ending on this total rip-off of like two characters mashed together basically. It was fun though. Alrighty, well, it was fun. Anyone who tuned in, thank you for tuning in. No chat this time, that's okay. Still early on in streaming. Not expecting to get like a crowd in here exactly. But I'm gonna keep at it, it's fun. And it's fun just to do like a quick, I mean this one wound up being like 3 hours, but most of these are relatively quick little character designs, you know, an hour and change usually, and just to see what you come up with, like just going forward and not really overthinking it, and just seeing what you come up with on the fly is fun. It's a fun exercise, I recommend it, and it's fun to stream it. So thanks for coming, anyone who did, and tune in next time. If you don't, bad things will happen to the world. Just kidding, that's not true.